Hey Rob, Scott Walker again with Impact Link SEO. Just making this quick video to show you how I've helped other companies get more leads through their online presence, mostly through their website, Google Business Profile, and Google Ads. I'd like to start with your website and kind of show you a few things that I'd recommend, and then we can go from there. So first off, looks like one of you is right here. But your website looks very clean and expertly done, so it looks professionally made. But one thing that I always recommend for my possible new clients is to add more content. The reason I say that is because Google loves to see content. They want to see 1,500 to 2,000 words on your homepage, and throughout that content you want to be found for buyer intent keywords. And for me, what that means is a service and a location. So like water damage, Utah water damage restoration, like that's a good buyer intent keyword. Because it has a location and service, but at the same time it's full of Utah, like all of Utah. So say like someone down in St. George looks at that, they might not be able to see it, or that you might not be able to help them. So I try and get granular to a city level. The other thing you could do is if you saved your imagery correctly, instead of saying containment 2, that could be a buyer intent keyword because it's embedded behind the photo for you as well. So I do look at a tool called Ahrefs. It's a third-party tool that shows me your analytics and where you're setting. The DR and UR is the strength and trust that Google has for your website. These are on a scale of 100, and you want those continuously moving up while also balanced. You're currently at 2 and 11 due to your referring pages and domains, and those are our backlinks. And what a backlink is when one website links to another website via clickable button or text. But not all backlinks are created equal, so make sure to stay relevant to your industry and also location. It looks like you're being indexed for 76 keywords and you're getting about 12 people to your website each and every month. Looking at some of the searches that you are being found for, water damage specialists, Utah, it does say local, so that's good. You are in the 4th position. That's a really good one, but I also think that that is more your name than anything, but it's still good to be in the 4th. The ones I would be more concerned with would be like water damage restoration, Lehi. I don't know if you even actually do sewer, looks like it. If you wanted to be found for those things as well, but like water damage restoration Provo, there's 50 searches, but you're on the 2nd page. Looks like you're moving up, so that's a plus. So those are the types of buyer intent keywords that I go after myself. And I know since you're in Layton, I just wanted to go over this real quick. So I just did water damage restoration Lehi, Utah. Right up top are going to be the Google guaranteed, so it's a guarantee, and these are ads, so this is a cost per click. And it's a guarantee for both the consumer and also the business owner. For the business owner, if I call this number and I'm not a real lead, you can dispute it and get your money back. For the consumer, I know that you are licensed, insured, and have done the background checked. So that's the nice thing up there. Then we go down into the Google Ads right here. And a great way to have a good click-through rate for Google Ads is to try and have as much of the keyword in this as possible. It does say water damage restoration Utah, Lehi, it's just missing Lehi. So I'm assuming they probably cover Lehi if it says the whole entire state. But then for a landing page experience, you want to make sure to have like a click to call, form submit, what you do, where you do it, if you run any promotions right there, and then the background imagery should correlate to the search term. So if you're looking for water damage leads, have some water damage in the background. If you're looking for fire damage leads, do fire stuff. And then we move down into the Google Business Profile. It's awesome that you're right here. There's not too many in Lehi, but if you wanted to be ranked for Orem or Draper or Sandy, things like that, there's lots of ways to be able to rank there as well. Biggest thing is making sure your name, address, and phone number is consistent across the internet. Make sure that you're not misleading Google. Getting reviews, I have a nice trick to get more reviews and get good reviews as well. For 15 years in business, we should have more than 39 reviews, and I'd love to help you out with that. And then putting your name, address, and phone number into different citations like yellowpages.com or a directory. It's really helpful because the more Google starts to trust you in your local area, the more they'll trust you in your outside areas by giving out your information to more people. And then being in the Google Ads and the Google Business Profile, Google Ads and Google Business Profile, about 60 to 70% of traffic stops right here. Oh, I did forget to do this, I'm sorry. This is the Google ads. So these are the searches that don't have a city attached to them, but I just did Utah County. I'm sure you might, if you don't go down Provo, we can adjust this obviously. But, there's 600 searches for so the 3,000 searches for water damage restoration companies just in these 5 right here. So, and getting in front of them to have a good click-through rate and a good conversion rate, about 1 in 5 clicks should turn into a conversion. So, like every lead should cost you anywhere from $125 to, that's 800, depending on what we're looking at. But for the most part, when I run ads, I'm usually really close to the top page low range bid. So, just want to show that for you as well. And then we would move down into the organics. Looks like ServPro is one of your top competitors for this particular buyer intent keyword. And if you look at their website, this is a back page. They don't have too much content, so they're just letting their whole website rank. So when you start to have more content, better buyer intent keywords, those authoritative backlinks and citations, you can start to outrank these guys. And I just looked at Draper, Lehi, and Orem, and just restoration. So it could be any type of restoration. But out of here, there's 430 searches with a city, and some of them might not be the right ones, but roughly 400 searches with a city attached. So when you start to outrank your competitors, a percentage of these volumes will start to go to your website instead of theirs, and then a percentage of the people going to your website will give you a call, and depending on your closing rate, will turn into a customer for you. So Rob, I hope this is beneficial for you. I look forward to talking to you more, and if you like what you see, let's set up a discovery call. Have a great day.